defense is going to go. We do have Immortals starting things off on the defense. Kungarna going to be picking things ups. All right, well, that's just how that sentence went. Picking things up on the
how
offense.
it goes sometimes.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, goodbye,
Kriv.
Anna. At least we got to hear the wonderful Anna falling sound.
Haunts my dreams. See if he swapped back over to the Zenyatta.
No, I think he just wanted to hear Grandma falling to her death.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you just got to practice that jump there. Yeah, Hype made it.
So I think Kriv probably will be sticking with the Ana. Very powerful on this first point because you have some guaranteed high ground to look over the rest of the battle with, make sure that you're getting those heals, and as well as just make sure the nano boost gets onto agilities for the big nanoblade team wipes. Kungarna, they are not going to change anything, Doa. They are just sticking with what they know.
Hey. Why not? Hey, did you know if you shoot that Murloc, it makes Murloc sounds?
It does?
It does, yeah. I found that out like a week or two ago.
I think you're just trolling me, and
I did not know it. That was a real Murloc too. That was not Gill right there. All right, Baby Bay already immediately low. It's like the soldier literally can't show his face. They're gonna try to go in. All right, running to the left.
Okay, they didn't get split off, so at least they got through the hardest part, but they are in a very small corridor. Coming around from the second level to try and drop into the point. Winston up top, trying to divide him up right now. Has to get out immediately, though. No teammates. The back fade up, and he dies. Looks like that was a miscommunication there from Immortals.
I think so. He went in way early, and Kungarna's sticking together, and it looks like they've put themselves in a great position to take this point. Immortals are going to come in at the very end here. Let's see what they can do. Wait for it. Wait for it.
They're trying to get onto Dogman.
Yeah, they're trying.
Defensive Matrix is there to keep him from falling all the way down.
Hype flies through. Did he get popped out of the mech? No, not quite. It was very close. They've managed to delay it for a little while. Fate should be able to get back, but Verbo goes down, so still an edge for Kungarna. Oh, man. Wow, they are really committing to this.
Yeah, they are, but they are going to actually take out Dogman. D-suit for Hype right now, but all the kills going in Kungarna's favor. So I'll have to eat my words, Doa. They just walked straight through the door.
But the thing is,
and went up top, and then the rest of the team didn't follow up on Fate's engage.
That was a much more coordinated engage than we've seen from Kungarna yet this match, and Immortals seemed a bit surprised by it. Fate ended up going early. They paid for it really hard. It was a nice effort to defend it at the end, but Kungarna, you know, finally pulling through with an attack that served them well.
Yeah, and it also just was a split call from Immortals, so have to see what they can get done, though, as the sound barrier.
Yep. Kill from the Pulse Bomb. No, not quite. Dogman does go down, and Immortals getting the early defensive win here on point B. Baby Bay comes in, got a couple with that attack visor. Now he's going to take a nap. Now he's going to take a dirt nap. Grim Reality taking him down. Immortals, meanwhile, securing the rest of these kills. Looks like they should be able to get it pretty soon. No, maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Remix, very low, but still alive for the moment.
They're making a bit of progress on the point, but with Fate there, the zoning has started pushing everybody back off, and that Primal Rage going to be tricky as he shoves this Zenyatta out of healing range.
Oh, Kungarna really coming at it with everything they've got. Goodbye, Zenyatta. Experience skydiving.
Without a parachute. The worst kind of skydiving.
So my least favorite, personally. Immortals will hold the point for now, but they've got 5.5 minutes almost to hold this one, and that's quite a bit of time for Kungarna to put together a successful push.
Yeah, that was pretty nice sleep dart to start that things off, making sure that the majority of the damage from Kungarna would be taken out with Baby Bay, and Immortals posting a pretty spread defense here, looking to respond to any attacks up on the high ground. And we are going to see a slow line of players coming through. Oh, Grim Reality's on an awesome flank. Oh, they're going to get caught in there. He's going to get the Pulse Bomb. This is not good for Kungarna.
Well, both Agilities and Grim Reality very close to their ultimates. They don't even need it for Baby Bay. Just gets focused down.
It's coming.
Yeah, they don't need it, but they can still use it. Dogman on his own. Uh-oh. Dogman on his own also sounds like a Wes Anderson film. Agility was with the kill there. Oh, this is the blink, but they are getting some of the kills they need. Michael manages to take out Fate, but Immortals able to hold strong for the moment. And they didn't even need to use any ultimates, and that's huge, because Fate's about to have his Primal Rage again. They're going to be so well equipped to keep holding this.
Yeah, the reads from Immortals are so good right there. You're right, they didn't have to use the Pulse Bomb, and they don't end up using it. But we see Baby Bay get split off from the rest of the team. Can't get up that staircase because Grim Reality already has taken the long flank.
Here we go. Agilities pulls out the Dragon Blade. Michael does get a kill with the Pulse Bomb, but meanwhile, the rest of his team dies around him. The Nano Boost helping Agilities out as well.
So decisive.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting again for them to get into a corridor, slicing the way through the nano-boosted Dragon Blade, pushing the Diva back, not going to be able to get the D-suit, unfortunately for Immortals. Agilities just back up to the high ground.
I mean, it's interesting because Immortals made that one mistake on point A, but that's really the only mistake we've seen from them today yet. And they learn from it. I mean, they're able to pull things back, get it a lot tighter here for point B, trying to defend another fight. They go ahead and use the sound barrier, Kungarna that is, as they come in. Agilities takes down Dogman, and again, now they're really running into a hard time where the DPS keeps getting into the back lines and nobody can seem to do anything about it.
I mean, they tried to engage right there with the sound barrier, but again, they were divided into 3 versus 3, 3 on the point and 3 on the bridge, and then they lost their DPS and their supports at the backside as Immortals just came in and cut them off and focus fired. They have no answer to this coming in from Immortals, and the approaches have been sloppy. Very sloppy from Kungarna.
Yes, they have. They had that one really good push on point A. I'd love to see them group up and try something like that again, but I mean, it's really hard to replicate that kind of thing on point B. It's just not the same kind of geography that you can use.
Well, they've tried everything too. They've tried to come up via the top floor. They've tried to come up through the main entrance, and nothing's working right for them.
All right, Transcendence are waiting for that one. Self-destruct used. Fate still has that Primal Rage. Baby Bay pops the ultimate. Let's see what he can get. Two already. Yeah, good tack visor so far. Agility's still on the outside. They may have to give some of the control percent up for now.
With Baby Bay dying right there to the Primal Rage, they should be able to hold on to this, trying to get that Tracer, but will be Agilities falling instead. Remix holding on as long as he can, but the respawns are just going to be too much for Kungarna to handle.
Yeah, Immortals all over the point right now, and it looks like that may be it for this push. Kariv does go down, but the rest of his team seems to be doing just fine. Remix flying in at the end, he will die. And Agilities, maybe some split kills here. That's going to be bad. They got to wait for Dogman to respawn now a little bit longer than everybody else. And only about 1:40 left on the clock for Kungarna. They used a lot with that too.
And they did get up to 51%. So at the very least, they accomplished some damage onto point B.
Sure.
So that will be at least the standard that Immortals will be held to on their attack if they can't move the needle any further in this particular attack round.
Gonna try it again. Some ults. I mean, Michael's gonna have his Pulse Bomb soon, but Agilities with the Dragon Blade right now. There goes Pooks, there goes Baby Bay. Everybody getting taken out. And Immortals again. Talk about decisive. They were so ready for that. They lose Agilities, but that's it, man. It's not a concern for Immortals.
They actually got the mech back, but that may be a mistake if he gets demeched again.
Well, looks like they might be able to demech him.
And they did actually use the Pulse Bomb there for that. Did get the demech.
I'm okay with that.
In the end.
It's a short cooldown. It's a short building ultimate. It's fine. Agilities, cutting people apart. We're used to seeing it by now. I'm desensitized. But yeah, I think it's worth the Pulse Bomb at the end. Pop him out of the mech.
All right, Hype going to be sitting here with that self-destruct. If they try and pursue this through the high ground, may be able to divide the team once again.
There it is. This could be bad. No kills out of that, actually, and he does go down. The tack visor taking him while he was waiting for that mech to come back. Bishu dying as well, though. And remember, when all of this happens, you just have to ask yourself, where's Grim Reality? Where's Agilities? They're always in the back lines, causing problems for Kungarna.
What do you do with that? Because the mech shot past Baby Bay, so he was isolated, panic popped his visor because there's such a small amount of time on the clock. It's the only thing he could do. Gets killed, meanwhile Grim Reality picks off the supports in the back.
He's already got a close-range duel with Genji. Gets a shot, though. The reflect wasn't there. Baby Bay needs a lot more than that, though. Already low health. The rest of his team desperately trying to hold the point. Michael does pop Hype out of the mech. Good start. Actually, they may have a little bit of progress here.
Yeah, Kariv dying somehow in that fight. Not exactly sure that happens. And Baby Bay doing work on the Desperation Widowmaker.
All right, Hype coming back in again. Got to try to defend as long as he can, but Lucio can't survive for too long. Gets out.
They're getting percent, though. At the very least, they've added to their total.
Yeah, it's not bad. Fate has that Primal Rage when he comes back, and that might be enough to end it. We'll see when he uses it. In the meantime, though, up to 87% for Kungarna. Very, very close here. And, you gotta be kidding me. Really, there was a disconnect on the Kungarna side. Oh, that
And only
is
with Michael at the
tilt-worthy.
end, too. And you know,
Oh,
if there was
man.
a disconnect that late, could have been an issue if they were streaming back into the point. They may have been able to pull it out. But
Maybe. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens when he reconnects. Unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, it would still would have been a very
Ouch.
tall order at that point. I mean, based on
Yes.
what we're seeing here, and there's a long walk
I mean,
back. And
Immortals right now, as we're looking at the pause screen over there, Immortals is definitely coming back into this fight. I mean, Kungarna only has 3 people left alive. You know, Dogman's at about half health. He's on Soldier 76 right now. So it's not looking great for Kungarna to finish this one off, but
who knows? Well, especially
sucks.
with Widow, it's a little bit of a wild card there. You could see how it was able to open some things up with
Yeah,
some key
you
headshots.
never
But the thing
know.
is, you got to have a very serious domino effect with headshots at that point.
But that's the only thing you can go for because Baby had just used that soldier ultimate after he got caught between the Diva explosion and the Genji in that last fight. So Tac Visor had already come down. So it doesn't matter if he resets his ult economy, and obviously Widow's ultimate not going to be very helpful, even if you manage to get up to it towards these end battles. But if you have confidence in your skill to hit those shots, sometimes you can snatch a win out as the waning seconds tick down if you switch to that Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's a big sometimes, though. Well, going over to Immortals, one thing that I just noticed that they're doing that you don't see from a lot of tracers is Grim Reality is waiting a lot more. He is not just trying to get as much damage as he can and be that little gnat to the enemy team. He's waiting with good positioning for another one like Fate or Agilities to come in, and then they combine on a strategic kill. I mean, Dogman goes down immediately. And that's something that we're not seeing from a lot of teams right now. A lot of teams are really utilizing that Tracer as their own kind of solo player. A lot of like Roadhog has been used in the past. Can't do that anymore.
Sure.
Where, yeah, you just do some damage, you flank, maybe you get some support picks, and free things up for the rest of us, but they're using it very differently, more strategically.
To compare them to our winner yesterday, if we look at the way E United was playing more as sort of a 6-man death ball in a lot of those maps, putting the Orb of Discord and using the DPS in front to focus down the tanks, that's not what's happening here with Immortals at all. What Immortals is doing is they're spreading out and they're creating pincer attacks, which are dangerous, obviously, because if you mistime them, then it's easy for the enemy team to collapse on one person if the other one's not there to provide that pressure.
we're back out of the pause. Remember, still in OT.
was
Kungarna nearly has a point. There we go. That's it. GG. Okay, so Kungarna
I'm
comes
so
away.
glad iRemix got back in that game.
Yeah. Well, Kungarna, 1 point, about 87.2%.
Well, they're not going to be
On
shut
point
out
B.
in this semifinal.
Yeah, they got a point. That's true. Ouch.
So Immortals now, can they just get to that 87.2%? Can be tricky on Hanamura, of course, with the ease of defense of point B.
Yeah.
But Immortals, so far this tournament, 6-1 on assault maps, including today.
And you combine that with Kungarna's record on assault maps, which is only 1 in 5. You know, statistically, from what we've seen in this tournament anyway, Kungarna definitely looking a little bit like the underdog here.
I mean, them pulling out a win when they have been so, consistently, as you say, poor on assault, then it would be a huge part of that reverse sweep that I know that Gillfrost wants so desperately.
It's going to be a pretty short match otherwise. Immortals, all they need to do to win this one and move on to the finals is just get 2 points on Hanamura. That's it. Graffiti bot, hard at work.
Not even get 2 points, Doa. Get 87.3%.
Nearly
of the
2
way,
points.
just nearly there. So Immortals, Fate on the May. Don't think he will actually be selecting that one. And Kungarna on the good old 2-2-2. This time, though, with Dogman on the Ana. We'll see if they can put together a more impressive point A defense. Immortals crumbling nearly immediately with their turn on this map.
Yeah, Fate always messes around with other heroes before the match starts. Verbo on the Sombra, though. That would be kind of interesting. Unnecessary, but kind of interesting. You'd want the Lucio. I don't think he's going to stick with that.
We have seen good Sombra attacks on Hanamura.
We certainly have,
If you spam
but-
your way through that doorway, you can actually
There we
do a
go.
drop-down EMP into the courtyard.
You don't usually sacrifice the Lucio to do that, though. That's the thing. If it was Kariv, I'd maybe believe it. I'd be like, okay, but where's Verbo? No. Definitely swapping back to the Lucio.
Well, I
Certainly
had
does.
hope there for a second, but
And they're going to go right in, getting aggressive. Kungarna right up at the door, too. Grim Reality trying to split the team again. They're on the point already. This is quick. Kungarna on the outside looking in now as they try to dive back in to make a difference here. Agility's in the middle of everybody, dashes his way out back to his team. But Kungarna getting forced off the point right now. The kill's already coming in. And it looks like it's going to be a very fast point A take for Immortals.
Again, Kungarna had 3 members
Dogman
on the point. Dogman.
He reflected the sleep dart.
He did. Kareev gets a late kill onto Pooks there.
Dear.
Oh, that's bad. Dogman going down as the point swaps over.
They're already
This is going to be
there.
an immediate take from Immortals. They sent out 3 players as an advanced squadron to attack early.
Are you kidding me? This is just brutal. Remix goes down again. Baby Bay taken out by Agilities with the reflected Helix rocket before that. Grim a little bit low, but it is rough going already for Kungarna. The control meter building up right now, and this may be the end of our semifinal right here, right now. They got to get there a little bit farther. Pooks can't quite hold them, and that is that.
My.
Nearly 7 minutes left on the clock, by the way, when that happened. It's
6:41.
Yeah, that was probably one of the fastest Hanamura attacks I have ever seen in Overwatch.
I can't argue with you, though. That was nearly flawless. And
Yeah.
I love how decisive Immortals is, chasing down that kill onto Dogman. It's not like it's Dogman's fault. He was trying to get back to the point. What else was he going to do?
Well, Agility's with the hat trick play of the match, too. Good job there. It's not hard for Genji, though.
It's definitely not bad.
Still with a salty DPS main, or salty support main set.
I just feel so bad for Baby Bay. He's like,
what can I do?
I have nowhere to go.
That was definitely one of those, this is my life now shots. It's like, what? Oh, well.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Well, I could get some ult charge.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I guess we'll
it's
just
like,
do
please,
that.
let it end.
Well, I mean, I've been wanting to give people, the viewers, more insight into kind of like what am I doing on my iPad? What kind of notes am I taking? I mentioned one earlier. Well, I have another note here. And that is brutal news. That was just that was
Forgot
the
Savage and Wrecked.
Oh, one sec. Yeah, see, we can see. This is good feedback. Thank you for that,
You're welcome.
Savage.
Yeah,
and-
I've seen this before.
no, that was about as decisive. That not even about. That was the most decisive I've seen second Hanamura taken. They were on it.